I got to Yahuah through Jesus. Somebody probably just cringed with me saying that. Yeah, I grew up under the name Jesus. I grew up calling the Most High God and Lord and all of that. But y'all, I inquired of the Most High. I questioned some things back in 2019, 2020, right before the pandemic. So maybe 2018, 2019, he started opening my eyes deeper. To be honest, I used to question even when I was younger, Father, why is it that every year it's the same messages that they're preaching in the church? You know, Christmas, supposedly Jesus' birth. Easter, the crucifixion and the resurrection. And I'm like, you're supposed to, I guess, feel something or experience something different, but it's like it's the same message year after year after year, and I'm not seeing anything significant changing. I mean, what is this about? You know, and I grew up in church. Trust you me, I was that kid that they used to love to have speak and from time to time sing and all of that type of stuff. And a lot of people, you know, you're going to be a preacher, you're going to be a preacher, da 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 da. One of the biggest hellions in the world. And they wanted me to be a preacher. But then, as I started hanging around preachers, yeah, a lot of them were some of the biggest whoremongers, alcoholics, drug users. I was like, yeah, I don't think I want to perpetuate that. But anyway, yeah, but I was well on my way. Nonetheless, here's the point. I was questioning the Father even then, but 2018, when I moved back to Illinois from California and from Oceanside, and I was opening up my own consulting and all of that stuff, and I just had some moments. I had some time with the Most High to just start talking to him about stuff, and I started questioning, who are we really? And I just started going in the book a little bit deeper. I was listening not only to quote-unquote Christian rhetoric, but I was also listening to some stuff from the Nation of Islam, because, I mean, Chicago, Mosque Mariam, you know, Farrakhan, the nation, you know, so, and, you know, regardless of whether you deal with the term Allah or not, socially and even spiritually, there's a lot of relevance that comes out of the mouth of the minister, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So I would listen to some stuff, and I've got a lot of friends who, I should say enough friends, who are part of the nation. But even my former pastor, Reverend Evans, used to invite Farrakhan to the church to fellowship, and it's all good. But anyway, I'm not afraid to gain access to certain knowledge, but I'm mindful to take that knowledge back to the Most High and say, Father, I need you to shape this. I need you to direct me in this, because I don't desire anything to pull me away from you. So in other words, I'm giving to the Most High my mind so that he could shape my mind a certain way, even with the knowledge that I'm accessing, that I'm putting my hands on. So it was through that process that I began to question more. Scriptures were telling me, you know, I need to know the name of the Lord, you know, trust in the Lord. Well, who is the Lord? You know, if you call on the name of the Lord, you will be saved. Well, what is the name of the Lord? If my people who are called by my name would humble themselves and pray, well, how do I know that I'm called by your name? I don't even know your name. I started putting that before the Most High, and I asked this one question around 2019, 2020. Father, reveal to me your name. Reveal to me your name. And that's when that one scripture that has been in the Bible that none of my Christian pastors ever referenced, never pointed me toward, popped up. It just showed up. And that was Psalm 68:4. Psalm 68:4. King James Version. Because that's primarily what I used to use. And that's when I saw the name Yah. Y-A-H. And I knew that was a variation of Jah, which I knew was a reference to quote unquote God or the Most High, as I believe they were viewing it, that a lot of my Rastafarian friends and brothers, and plus I grew up listening to reggae and so forth, Bob Marley, I knew what Jah meant. When I was a kid, who was it? Michael McDonald or Kenny Loggins? I think it was Michael McDonald and Jeffrey Osborne. Jeffrey Osborne and Kenny Loggins, I think it was, Michael McDonald. But definitely Jeffrey Osborne had this song that used to come on. I used to look at Video Soul on BET every morning on my way out the door going to school. And there was a song called Yah Mo Be There. Yah Mo Be There. Yah Mo Be There. Yah will be there, in other words. Yah Mo Be There sounds strange to some people, but if you grew up in the Southeast, though most of my life was in Chicago and part of Detroit, I was born in the Southeast. I was born in Georgia, and I had an influence of coastal people. South Carolina, Savannah, a lot of time in Savannah. My dad went to school in Savannah State College, which is now Savannah State University. We'd be at homecoming in Savannah every year growing up. My mom used to cook red rice. Some of you know where I'm about to go with this. Red rice, fish. We ate a lot of fish, a lot of red rice. I grew up with all that okra, all this stuff. That's Gullah Geechee all the way through. Yah Mo Be There sounded like some of the stuff I heard growing up through some of my older relatives, whom I used to laugh at based on how they used to speak. And my mother had to pull me away and kind of correct me and show me, no, this is the way they spoke. You know, you now know quote unquote English this way, but here's what they're saying. And so I learned. So when I heard that song, Yah Mo Be There, I knew what that was saying as a kid. Not realizing at that point that that's when the Most High was really revealing to me his name, or at least that version of his name. Yahuah. So when I questioned the Most High in 2019, 2020, to reveal to me his name, the Most High started showing me that all along the path of my life, he was revealing it to me. He started revealing to me the questions that I was posing in my heart to him, that I wasn't satisfied with just what I was being given. He introduced me to the Apocrypha, and he showed me when he first showed me the Apocrypha. He first showed me the Apocrypha through the Catholic Bible. The Catholic Bible, the first Catholic Bible I ever encountered, had the Apocrypha within it. That's when I saw the books of Ecclesiasticus, and Sirach and so forth, wisdom. And I was like, what? That was new to me. But he was showing it to me all along the course of my life. I've got to close this, but I just want to say this. I've got to make this point. If you trust him, he will direct your path. If you are his, he will direct your path. And he will remove all distractions. He will remove all counterintuitive influences. He will protect you from the enemy that goes to and fro, like a roaring lion seeking whom he may desire. Not whom he may desire. I cancel that. Whom he may devour. Because the enemy might have a desire to destroy you. But the enemy can't do it without the Most High's hand, even directing the enemy. So